What's up, mamas? If you're looking for ideas to facilitate learning and independence in your kiddos, or if you're looking for some holiday gift DIY inspo, stick around because today I am creating an educational item for Kai as well as some holiday decor using the Cricut machine. Coming up. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you happen to be new, my name's Nicole. I'm a conscious parenting coach. I'm a pediatric occupational therapist, as well as a mama to two beautiful kiddos. And this channel is geared to help make motherhood easier on you. I am sharing tips, tools, strategies, again, to help make motherhood easier on you. So if that sounds like something you're into, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button below. So today's video is actually sponsored by Cricut, and they were kind enough to send over the Explore Air 2 along with some really cool materials for me to play with. So I figured, why not create some really fun stuff? Especially as we're heading into winter, it's getting colder and we're gonna be spending more time indoors. So these are just some inspo ideas to help keep you and your families entertained, having fun, creating new memories together during the holiday season. Okay, so before we get going, I have to tell you guys that I am by no means a crafty person. And I think this statement is really important for those of you who, like me, are not inspired by super crafty people doing super crafty things. Doesn't do it for me. But I am incredibly inspired by others who struggle, like myself, and who still manage to pull off some decent looking crafts. With that being said, I actually am really happy with my results. However, I did make plenty of mistakes along the way. So I thought it'd be important to share those with you all. That way I can save you some time and money along the way. Okay, so the first project I did was a weekly banner, and I conceptualized this idea because my 4-year-old son continues to ask me every day, not only what day it is, but what day comes next, and how about the day after that? So I wanted to create something that was visually clear for him, that encouraged reading as well as sequencing. So truthfully, using the Cricut is actually really simple, and had it not been for sleep deprivation, I probably would have made a substantially less amount of mistakes along the way. But the first thing you're gonna wanna do is download the Cricut software, because this is where any and all of your projects are going to be made. So this banner is really, really simple, and this is great for beginners. So once you're in the software, it is as simple as looking over to the far left and seeing that T button, that's the text button. And from there, you're going to get a drop-down menu of all of the Cricut's text. Some are free, some cost money. Again, I was doing something very simple, so I just went with your standard Arial text that was free. And from there, I was able to type in the days of the week. So once you have the days of the week, you wanna orient them so they fit within the mat's margins. You can change the size, you can change the orientation, the layout, so many different options in terms of customization. So initially I started with bigger text, and I was only laying out a few days of the week at a time because all of them would not fit. But I ended up making several silly mistakes over and over again. That being, I was using iron-on vinyl, and what is really important, and the Cricut reminds you with a nice warning banner, and I somehow missed that about 4 times. You need to hit the mirror button. Otherwise, when you iron on your design, your text, it's going to be backwards. So it took me 4 times. I ruined 4 different sheets of vinyl, and I ended up having to order more vinyl. So we ended up going with smaller text so it all fit on the banner perfectly, and it ended up being a different color. So you'll see that. I started with like a royal blue, and then it went to a turquoise, and I ended up with navy print. Hit the mirror button, or just better yet, read the instructions, because Cricut walks you through it. And somehow I was in my sleep-deprived zombie-like state and missed all of that, and just saw the green button that says go. So once you have your design, you're gonna send it to the Cricut. The Cricut's going to make the cuts, and really your job from there is to remove the excess vinyl around your print. And there are different tools that you can utilize to basically pull off the vinyl so that you're left with your design against a plastic lining. And so from there, what I did is I just cut between the different days of the week. That way I could arrange them on the banner the way that I like and have the spacing that I like. And then your last step is simply ironing it on. And I'm using the Cricut Easy Press 2 for this. They've really made it incredibly easy for anyone, including someone at my skill level. You're just gonna plug it in, turn it on, and then manually set the temperature to what is indicated for the vinyl. So in this case, I'm setting it to 315 degrees. And there's even a timer that you can set. That way you don't have to think about how long you've been ironing the vinyl. It just beeps at you when it's complete. So what's important is that you start by ironing both sides of the material that you're going to be transferring your vinyl onto, just to make sure there aren't any wrinkles and the design doesn't get messed up in the process. So once I've completed the ironing for the indicated amount of time, I'm gently going to peel back the plastic lining from the vinyl letters to ensure that the letters aren't lifting from the banner material. And really, you guys, it's that simple. I just repeated this process until I had all the days of the week and the banner was complete. All right, you guys, moving on to my fun holiday coasters. So I love how these turned out. It's, again, pretty simple. This time inside of the Cricut software, I clicked on the image section instead of the text. And then I went to the search bar and just typed in ornaments, snowflakes, and reindeer. And I was able to find a few free images that I really liked for my coasters. So for this project, I'm using 3 different colored foil vinyls. So what I wanted to ensure is that I only had 1 image per print. Otherwise, everything would print on the same color. So I placed my snowflake, I placed my ornament, and I placed my reindeer on all separate cuts. And the Cricut did its thing. So once my design was all cut from the machine, again, you're gonna wanna remove the excess vinyl from the design. And once you do that, you're left with your design against a paper-like backing. You then need to use what's called transfer tape to transfer your design from that paper backing to the transfer tape, which is then going to go onto the final place, which in this case is the coaster. I messed this up several times as well. So you really want to make sure that you apply a good amount of pressure using the Cricut spatula to really smooth that design onto the transfer tape. Otherwise, it's not going to go anywhere. So it took me a few tries to really get the hang of this. But then again, you're going to use the same technique where you're peeling away the paper lining from the transfer tape. That way it's not lifting from the transfer tape. And what you should be left with is your beautiful design on said transfer tape. And then you can move it to its final material, which again is my coaster. And here you want to make sure that you are using that spatula and applying a good amount of pressure. That way the design sticks to its final location. And then slowly peel the transfer tape away from the final material. And then you are left with this beautiful design on your ceramic coaster. Then it's just a matter of repeating this process until you have all of your prints and designs on your coaster. So really that's it, you guys. Kai now has a way to independently reference the days of the week, and I have a little bit more holiday cheer in my life. If you guys have any questions about the Cricut Air Explorer 2, the materials, the techniques, feel free to drop them below. I hope you found this video somewhat inspiring, entertaining, and or helpful. All right, thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.